All right, Chandler, thank you so much. Well, today a Camden law firm announced its petition to the U.S. Supreme Court to rename the historic Brown versus Board of Education case. This is the decision that put a legal end to racial segregation in schools. Our Sam Shapiro has more.
It's about equal opportunity for education, and in a rural state like ours, they not only represented their families, but other rural families who deserve the opportunity to be educated.
This was the first case out of 5 that ultimately made up Brown versus Board. That's why attorney Tom Mulliken is vouching for Briggs to be named the first in a series of cases that make up Brown v. Board.
We're praying that the U.S. Supreme Court will correct the clerical error in naming Brown versus Board as the first party, the named party in that case, and put Briggs versus Elliot, which was the first case filed before the Supreme Court. I can only hope that my legal work was sufficient to represent the interest of these great heroes.
In the Briggs versus Elliot case, families in Clarendon County brought a lawsuit against the school board saying that only white students had access to school buses. When their petitions were ignored, the families filed a suit to challenge segregation itself. Following that case, the Supreme Court struck down segregation in 1954. Harry Briggs' youngest son, Nathaniel, explained that with this timeline in mind, why this particular case should be renamed.
Over 70 years, it kind of wear thin on you that this case should have some substance about name changing or equal access to all the names that present with Brown. As we talk about Little Rock 9, and you can also talk about the education of the 5. So in that respect, I hope that the courts will think of that as a remedy to not just Brown.
Civil rights activist Cecil Williams was also advocating for the renaming this morning. He expressed the importance of the case being renamed after today's announcement.
You don't get out of law school unless you talk about and study Brown versus Board of Education and the implication of Briggs being the first case. So this monkey business had to be dealt with. Again, being first does matter sometimes in life, and we want the Briggs case, and we want to bring this case and its name and the title home to South Carolina where it belongs.